to unmute yourself at any time or at the end of class, feel free to do so. Settle into a comfortable position. And of course, as per usual, if you've got a yoga blanket, if you've got a yoga block, have it handy. And take a deep breath in. And gently let it go. Take another deep breath in. And let it go. One more like that. And let it go. Just take a moment to feel the ground beneath you, especially in these times when it may feel like we're in free fall in so many ways. Feel the tangible support, the direct support where your body is in contact with a mat or floor or some other prop, where your body is in contact with the earth. And take a moment to feel that support. Give yourself permission to breathe, to be wherever you're at today, to care for your heart and soul. Notice the breath. So if you're in the shape of child's pose, you might bring the attention to the low back and breathe as if the low back inflates with each inhale, deflates with each exhale. If you're in another position, notice where you feel the movement of your body as you breathe in a noticeable way. Might be the rib cage, might be the abdomen, the upper back, or someplace else. And then I know you guys were asking, I think it was last week, if our birds are still coming for the nesting ball, and there's a lesser goldfinch right outside my window right now, gathering up materials for their nest. Just a source of hope to see nature moves on. We will get through this. Let the breath flow in and let the breath flow out. And when you're ready, start to walk the hands over to one side, giving yourself a gentle side body stretch. The hands might be side by side or they might stack. Breathe a little extra into the side where there's space. You gently change sides. Breathe in between the ribs. Feel the way the body moves as you breathe. Walk the hands back to center. Breathing in, breathing out. Ease your way to an upright position for a moment. Sitting in a chair or on your mat, wherever you're comfortable. Legs any way that they are comfortable, so your spine can be as tall as possible. And slowly rotate the head, look over one shoulder. And come back to center and over the other shoulder. And come back to center. Tilt the right ear down to the right shoulder, leaning over to one side, feeling that. You can turn or tilt the head a little bit while you're on that side. And when you're ready, gently come back upright, head to the other side. Take your own time and go as far as your body feels like it wants to go today. Breathing into this side of the neck, again adding a turning or tilting movement really gently. You can always stay in the same spot if that feels right for you. Slowly come to upright. And then from here, let's repeat those two movements, but we'll add resistance to them. Sit tall, look over the right shoulder, and we'll do resistance with the movement. As you look over the right shoulder, place your hand on the left side, like around the temple, left side of the head. Oh, hi, Spirit. Grow tall as you inhale. And then slowly turn the head with whatever amount of resistance from the hand you would like. Yeah, until you're facing forward, and then continue past neutral to the other side. When you get to the other side, release the hand and change. Now it's the right hand on the head as you're looking over the left shoulder. Sit tall, relax the shoulders, and slowly make your way back to the starting position. You choose how much resistance, you choose how far to turn the head. Release the arms completely, turn the head to face forward, and roll the shoulders gently. Now tilt the right ear to the right shoulder. Again, similar to what we did before, but now we'll do movement with resistance. Left hand goes onto the head, and we'll resist all the way up until we're tilting the left ear to the left shoulder. Slowly bringing the head to upright. You determine how much resistance and how far to move. Ear toward the other shoulder. When you arrive there, change hands. Good. Hand on the head as we come up, slowly, and as far over as you wish to go. And release the arm. Bring the head slowly to upright. And we'll do a diagonal. So look down toward the left armpit. Place your right hand on your temple again. And our ending position will be, we'll look up and right, like something's on the ceiling there. All right. Start at the left armpit and slowly turn the head along a diagonal until you're looking up and facing the ceiling up and on the right. Stay right there, release and change hands. Now the left hand resists as you go back down toward the left armpit. Release the hands completely. Come to upright. Tilt the head toward the right armpit. Left hand on the temple. Slowly up and over, up and over, up and over, until you're looking and facing upward and to the left. Once you're there, change hands. Right hand on the head, and now slowly come back until you're facing the right armpit where you began. Release. Bring the head to upright. Now we'll go forward and back. One or both hands behind the head. The choice is yours. Start with the chin tilted down. We'll do this 2 times. Zip up the belly, sit tall. Slowly, gently resist with the back of the head into the hands until the head is upright, and then go as far upward as you like with the chin and with the gaze. I like to go until I feel my upper back muscles contracting. You decide. You're inside your body, and slowly the other way. Now the hands have the advantage as the chin comes back down to the chest. And then one more time, slowly. Don't miss a moment of this. The benefit comes from maintaining that muscular engagement the whole way through and then back. Once you've lifted the chin toward the ceiling, you come back down and the chin goes toward the chest. Once you're all the way down, release the hands. Ooh, stay right there. And now no resistance at all. Slowly lift your head to upright. And then lift your chest and broaden your collarbones and shoulders. And then let your upper back arch. We're bringing the spine bit by bit into a back bend. Let the low back arch exaggerate some. Let the pelvis tilt forward. And now start with your pelvis and tuck your tail under first, but try to keep the back bend in your chest. Tuck the tail under, then pull the belly in. Then let the shoulder blades widen, shoulders roll forward, and then the chin comes down. The head will lead us into the back bend. Lift the head, the heart, widen the collarbones, upper back, low back, pelvis, and then start with the tail. Tuck under, pull the navel in, round the upper back and the shoulders, bring the chin down, one more like that. Lead with the head on the way up, chest, shoulders, upper back, low back, pelvis, all in a back bend, and then pull the tailbone, curl the tailbone in, pull the belly in, round forward. Now in no particular order, simply the way it feels nice in your body. Arch on the inhale, back bending, round on the exhale, relaxing the neck. Inhaling, lifting, opening. Exhaling, rounding forward. Just like that, inhaling and exhaling. Back to center to upright. And lastly, make circles with your rib cage, any size you like. Go the other way. Come to center, unwind the legs, rotate the ankles, wiggle feet. While you're sitting upright, now if it feels better, you can fold the legs back in or leave them stretched out. Inhale, reach up overhead, and then exhale, twist to the right, and let the arms come down for a moment. We'll come right back with the breath. Inhale, raise the arms, come to center, Exhale, twist and lower the arms. Find a rhythm that works for you. Inhale, raise the arms at center. And exhale, lower the arms and twist. Inhale, raise the arms at center. Exhale, twist and lower the arms. The next time that you twist to the right side, stay there for a few breaths. Let the collarbones broaden and the shoulders melt down away from the ears. Check in with your foundation, send your roots down deep into the earth, wherever you're sitting, and lengthen the crown of the head upward. Let the breath go wherever it can go right now. Unwind, inhale to center, exhale, change sides, arms down, shoulders down away from the ears, breathing in, breathing out. Unwind gently, raise the arms overhead, and bring the hands to the heart. Take the right hand to the right side and lean up and over. The top arm can be wherever it wants to be, up, down, bent, reaching. While you're on this side, add some turning, twisting, movement that feels good in your body right now. Raise the top arm, inhale, and exhale, come on down. Let's change sides, left arm off to the side, anchor, lift, lengthen, breathe. What's it like on this side? Is it different? Add movement if you like. It's your body, it is your option to move, to not move. What is this side requesting right now? And raise the top arm. Inhale, exhale, release. And when you're ready, come onto your back. When you arrive on your back, hug the knees lightly into the chest and rock. If windshield wipers feels better in your body, feel free to do windshield wipers instead. And truly, as with everything, if something that I say just doesn't feel right today, you are the one who's ultimately the boss of you. Adjust to what feels better. And place the feet down. And from here, we'll do just a few rolling bridges. Some of you have been with me on this excursion lately of moving one segment at a time of the spine. So we'll do a little bit of that, kind of an abbreviated version of that. Bend the knees, place the feet flat on the mat so that the feet feel like they're connected evenly, right? They're not leaning out or leaning in. The knees are upright. And whatever the spacing is between the feet, have it feel natural for your body. And we'll start with the attention on the low back and the abdomen, and then we'll move it upward. So as you exhale, press the low back down, pull the belly button in toward the spine, and then inhale and relax. Just that at first. Pull the navel down toward the spine and squeeze your buns. Inhale and relax. Do that a couple more times. Pull the belly down as you exhale, squeeze your glutes. Inhale, return to neutral with the spine. Now I notice sometimes my neck wants to squeeze and tighten as I squeeze the glutes. Notice if that happens in your body. If not, congratulations. If it does, see if you can relax the neck some, especially as the lower body engages. Now let's let the curve come up a little higher. Let the hips come up a little higher. Same beginning. Pull the belly button down to the spine. Squeeze your glutes as you lift the hips up off the mat. Peel the low back off the mat. Peel the lowest ribs off the mat. However high your body wants to come in your bridge pose, and then progressively lower, starting with the rib cage. When the lowest ribs are down, see if you can curl the low back down and lightly touch the pelvis down and relax everything. Just like that. Pull the belly button toward the spine. Squeeze the glutes and lift the hips up off the mat. The low back, the lowest ribs, the upper ribs. Stay there for a couple of breaths and gradually lower down from shoulder blades to bottom ribs to low back to pelvis. We'll do a couple more. You can add the arms as well. The arms will start to come up when the rib cage lifts. Press the feet, and you can go up overhead and behind you, or you can go out to the side if that feels better, or leave the arms where they are. Press the feet, belly button pulls down, squeeze the glutes, low back lifts, rib cage lifts, here go the arms. Once the arms are raised and you're lifted up, stay wherever your highest lift and backwardest arm reach is. And then slowly curl down. Use the arms coming down to roll your way over the rib cage, all the way to the bottom ribs, to the low back, to the glutes. One more time. Just like that. Pull the belly button in, lift the glutes, low back, the rib cage, the arms. When you're lifted as high as the body wants to lift today, keep squeezing the glutes, keep breathing, maybe stay another breath or 3, and gradually lower. The arms help you to curl down over the shoulder blades, bottom ribs, low back, and the hips touch down. Once you're all the way down, heel toe the feet mat width or a little wider, and do slow windshield wipers. Arms out to the sides, take up space. Return to center. Let's stay with that idea of taking up space. This is a little different movement than what we usually do. It doesn't have like a yoga name. But we'll start in like a star position and we'll slowly go to each side. So I'm going to show first. The feet are wide, the arms are wide. Take up as much space as you have available around you. And then you'll start with, I'm going to start with my left side since it's facing the screen, you can see it. I'm going to bend the left elbow and start to pull my left knee in. And it's the momentum of that slow pulling in that starts to pull the rest of my body over. And as I pull in, I'm going to roll to the side and then curl up really slowly until I'm in a fetal position, really snug. And then just as slowly, I'll open up and unfurl. See if you can get the top arm and leg to open up first, and then roll open to the sky, and then straighten out the other arm and leg. So I'll go with you through it. Let's say we're doing the right side. Bend your right elbow and your right knee towards each other, and keep them coming closer and closer and closer until the other side of your body starts to follow it. Don't hold back. And as it does now, curl over onto that side. Get really compact, get very fetal. Support your head if your head wants support. Otherwise, leave it, just let it roll. And then slowly unfurl the arm that's closest to the ceiling and the leg on that side as well. Stretch out, and as slowly as you can, start to open up. So you're putting the brakes on the movement a little bit. Stretch out. out into your star shape on the floor again. Arms are wider than your mat, feet are wider than your mat as well. And then you go to the other side, and the left elbow and the left knee start to come closer and closer and closer to each other, and they start to pull the whole body over to the left side. And the forearm comes in, and the other knee comes in, and you curl up and you feel for a moment, and you take a breath here. And then slowly open up the top side first. The arm and the legs stretch out long. Now, if you're feeling feisty and you want to make this more challenging, straighten out the whole body while you're on your side and try to do a pencil roll, a very slow pencil roll. That's it. Don't just flop. Go slowly onto your back. And then bend the elbow and the knee on the other side. Slowly curl in, get very fetal. Stretch out the top side first. Again, if you want to do the pencil roll, stretch out both sides. So you're making like a point with the arms overhead, and then put on the brakes and see how slow this side was. A little bit uncontrolled for me. The other side seemed to be easier. Arms out wide. Go to each side one more time. Take your time. Again, it's this like sense of doing the work under tension that gives us the nice benefits. So no need to hurry. Curl up, get fetal, and then open up either just one side or both sides of the body. Either just the top side and then slowly pencil roll your way onto your back, open to the star and over to the other side. Slowly, 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 pulling in, pulling in, pulling in, pulling in. And once you have gone to both sides one last time, open up in that star shape and reach out. Spread the fingers and reach out with the arms and the legs and squeeze. Now squeeze the hands. Scrunch up the feet, squeeze the glutes, scrunch up the face, and then let it go. Open and widen the body. Splay your fingers, splay your toes, and then squeeze hands and fists and glutes and face. Release one more time. Open and splay everything. And then squeeze, and this time bring one knee into the chest, bring both knees into the chest, rock gently. Place the left foot on the mat. Stretch the right leg out long with the heel on the mat. We'll do some one-legged sit-ups. Let's ease our way into the strengthening. Hands behind the head if that's comfortable for you. We'll do 3, 3, and 3. So the first 3 will be neutral, meaning we'll pull the belly in and then pull the knee straight in toward the face as the head curls up however much it wants to. And then the second set of 3 will be the knee will go to the outside like this. Knee goes out to its own elbow as you curl up. You come back down, and the last 3 will be the knee goes across to the opposite elbow, and your whole torso will give a little twist. It's great if the elbow and knee touch, but it's not mandatory. They're just headed closer and closer to each other. Right leg out long. Take a breath in here. Start with the belly button pulling down to the spine before the leg moves at all. Start from your core. And only lift the head and neck if that feels okay for your neck today. Pull the belly button down, the knee comes in, maybe your nose comes up toward it, and then slowly, slowly, again, take your time. It's the time under tension we're looking to take advantage of as you lower back down and lengthen. 2 more times. Pull the belly button in and slowly, slowly, slowly curl your way up. And slowly, slowly stretch out. We're still in neutral one last time. Pull the belly button in, curl your way up. Pause on the last one, hold it. holding, and slowly lower down. Once your leg is stretched out, turn the whole leg out to the side some. It's getting ready to come up toward its own elbow. As you exhale, pull the belly button in, bring the knee and the elbow out to the sides, a little bit like how we got into that roll on the side. And then slowly back down. Exhale, pull the knee to its own elbow. And slowly back down, still externally rotated. One more time in that position. Pull the knee to its own elbow and hold a little longer. Keep breathing while you're holding, and lift as much as you can of the arms and legs and torso up off the mat. And slowly lower down and stretch the leg out. Release the arms. Bend the knees. Heel toe the feet out a little wider than mat width. And tip your knees slowly over to one side, windshield wiper style. Slowly over to the other side. Side to side one more time. When you're ready, return to center. Bring the feet in a little and change legs. Left leg stretches out. We start in neutral for 3, 3, and 3. Hands behind the head if you like. Inhale here. Start with the abdomen before the leg. Pull the belly in, then the knee comes in, then the head curls up if the head is curling. And slowly lower down, stretch it out. Exhale, pull the belly in, then the knee, then the upper body. And slowly stretch it out. One more, and we'll hold this one a little longer. Hold this position, not necessarily the breath. And slowly stretch it out. While the leg's stretched out, turn the whole leg outward. Kneecap and toes turn away from your midline. Now the knee comes up toward its own elbow. Pull the belly in. Curl your way up. And slowly lower down. Spirit finally left. She didn't like me moving my feet around her. Exhale, pull the navel down, curl up, and slowly back down. One more time. Exhale. We'll hold this last one a little longer, curling up, working and breathing. Slowly lower down, stretch the leg up. And last 3 in the twist. Pull the belly down first. Pull the knee in. Lift the upper body and twist. Take your time unwinding both the height and the twist. Exhale, pull the belly in. Bring the knee, bring the torso, bring the twist. Slowly lower down. Last time, and we'll hold the last one. Exhale, pull the belly in, knee to chest, and twist and hold here. Lift as much as you can off the mat, but keep breathing. And slowly lower back down. Release the arms out to the sides. Bend both knees, heel toe the feet wide. A couple of slow windshield wipers as far to each side as you like. If you want to linger on one side for a breath or two, that's okay. Listen to the body. What does it need right now? And slowly back to center. So it's a little bit like that airline advice of put your own mask on before you try to help someone next to you or the child with you. Take care of your body so that you can be of service out in the world in whatever way calls to you. Knees bend, feet flat. And let's bring the right knee toward the chest, right like happy baby. Right knee hugs in. You can hold with the forearm or the hand behind the thigh, or walk the hand up toward the shin, ankle, foot. Add a gentle bit of rocking as you do this. Just see, how's that feel? Not fast rocking, not hard bouncing. Just lean into the stretch of it or the whatever of it. And take a few breaths. And before we change sides, place the hand on the knee and guide it in circles, generous circles all the way around. Reverse direction. Take your time, go as far around as you like. And touch the foot down, left leg, happy baby. You might start out with the forearm or the hand behind the thigh. Suss it out. What's this side like today? What is it asking for? What does it need to take the best care of you possible? And then adjust the hand position if you like. Breathe for sure. A little bit of rocking might feel nice. Inhaling and exhaling. Stay right there for 2 more breaths. And gently taking the hand to the knee, guiding it in circles, moving the thigh bone and the hip joint. It's not so much that the hand needs to tell the knee where to go. It's more that they're maintaining a connection to each other. Go the other way. And touch the foot down. Rock over to one side. Let's move the upper back before we get up off the floor. Come into a fetal position on one side. If you like, support the head. It is entirely up to you. We're going to roll from our side onto our back. So if your head likes to have support when you do that, then have that support. The bottom arm is on the floor, out in front of the chest, palm facing up. The top arm rests on the bottom arm, as close to stacking the palms as you can get. If a blanket or pillow between the knees feels better, have that. If your knee is coming closer to your chest, getting a little more curled in and fetal feels nice for your back, have that. Take your time and let the top hand slide back across the inner arm, across your chest. Elbow goes out to the side, then unfurl the arm completely. Start by bending the elbow so the fingers come back toward the shoulder, all the way across the chest, over to the hand, and maybe they go past the hand. And just like that, take your time. Slow and steady pace across the chest. Elbow bends, then unfurl the arm. Elbow bends right across the chest and beyond the bottom hand. How far can you reach? And then come back again. So each time, provided it is well tolerated, each time exploring the edges, right? How far past the bottom hand and the top arm reach, spreading out the upper back. And then pull back and go the other way. Opening up some movement and some space in our thoracic spine. The next time that you're open in the twist, take a few Rest there. Remember, you can always reposition the arms as needed for comfort. Now, if you want a little extra ab work, leave the arms in a T position on the floor and zip up the belly strongly and bring the knees over. If you don't want that much ab work, or if that feels stressful, and gently walk the feet and roll yourself over. Zip up the belly, come back to center. And you may need a little bit of scooch and wriggle as you change sides. And come on over to side 2. Stack the hands. The same thing over here. What's it like? Draw the arms steadily across, elbow bends, unfurl the arm, and then bend the elbow, hand across the chest. Maybe you go past the bottom arm, past the bottom hand, that is, and back again. Elbow, unfurl. Bring the fingertips to the shoulder, across the arm, and way out beyond it. And notice how it feels as you repeat this movement. If there's a sense that, oh, there's a little more room for the top arm to slide out past the bottom hand. Breathing into the upper back. Maybe there's a little more space as you open on the other side into the twist of it. Maybe this feels like the tighter side. The next time you open up in the twist, stay in the twist, take a few deep breaths. When you're ready, gently either start in a T position and zip up the belly and pull the knees in, or any way you like, come onto your back, rock a little bit. And our next position will be tabletop on hands and shins. So get there however you like. You can rock there, forward or to the side. You can take little steps to get there. When you are ready, find your way to hands and knees. Start circling the hips, the shoulders. See how the body wants to move here. Go the other way. Return to a neutral spine, and then press the floor with the hands, lift the belly button, round the back. Stay in this position, this hollowing cat shape, and let your neck lengthen. Feel the weight of your head. Slowly make your way into a back bend. And then nice and slowly back into the cat position. Lift the navel, let the head hang. And now set your own pace. Ease into a back bend. Lift the navel and round into cat. Just like that. When you're back at center, and of course you can be on forearms if that feels better for you. You can be on forearms on a pillow, a bolster, or on blocks if that feels better for your hands and wrists. And pick the right knee up and pull the knee into your chest, however much it goes, and then slowly open it out to the side. Aim to make a slow circle with your hip until the knee pulls into the chest again. Circle it out. Back. Bring it back into the chest one more time. a circle. Send the knee way out. Squeeze your glutes when you send the knee back, and then out to the side. Pull it in towards your upper arm, and then back into the chest and away from you. Squeeze the glutes as you send the knee away, because you're also sending your foot up a little. Then rotate, come around the side. It's kind of a circle. It's maybe more of like a capital D. Send the knee back, out to the side. Ooh, and place the knee down. Take a child's pose for a moment, or any position that gives your arms and shoulders and neck a rest. Deep breath in, and let it go. Deep breath in, and let it go. Relax the neck, the jaw, the throat. If your head is resting on your mat, you might bring your hands, actually, even if your head's not resting on the mat, adjust where your legs are so your head can rest lightly on your mat. You're not trying to drive your forehead down into the mat. And then use your body weight and roll across the forehead. Over to one side. The hands can help you a little bit. And you can go as far as you like. If it doesn't feel good to go way out to each side, then make it small. And press the floor. And let's come back to our tabletop position and attend to that other leg. Set yourself up evenly, and when you're ready, pull the navel in and the left knee into the chest. Slowly take it out to the side and circle it back behind you. Pull it into the chest again. Out to the side. Back behind you. Just like that, take your time, feel all the interesting angles of movement. And the next time the knee pulls in, pause and reverse. Send the knee back behind you. Remember, squeeze the glutes a little extra. Lift the foot a little to the ceiling. Knee stays bent the whole time. Circle the knee out to the side. The hip can lift. It's not a problem. Back into the chest, and then we go behind. Send the knee back. Engage your glutes. Knee out to the side. Ooh, hello. Back in and all the way around. And release. And one more time. Child's pose or kneeling puppy, taking the weight off the arms and hands. If you want to lift up onto your fingertips, do that. Breathe down into the low back. Let the air flow in and flow out. Making space. Walk the hands in. And by whatever route you choose, come to standing, folded over your toes. Knees bent at least some. Pull the elbows if that feels nice. Rest the forearms on the thighs if that feels better, to be less upside down. Adjust according to what your body requests today. And that includes if you want to sway or be still, turn the head, or simply let it hang, or any combination of these things. You might make up some of your own. That's okay too. Press into the feet. Zip up your belly and let the arms and the head be like ragdoll arms. All the way up. And once you're upright and you're standing, feet face forward at whatever width feels steady. Feet parallel to each other. And on an inhale, circle the arms out, up. Exhale, bend the knees some, fold to your low. Halfway up on an inhale. And back down, take your time on an exhale. Press your feet and zip up the belly strongly as you gradually rise all the way up. Reach overhead and hands to your heart. Just like that. Inhale, circle the arms. Exhale, fold to your low. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, back down. Press your feet, rise up tall. Inhale. Hands to the heart. Exhale. Just like that, one more time. Inhale, circle the arms. With your exhale, fold down. With your inhale, halfway up. With your exhale, back down low. And inhale, rise up tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. Release the hands. Now, if you have blocks or even a chair and you would like to use that, I'll show you what we're doing so you can decide which, if either, you would like to use. We'll make our own sun salutation. So if I were using a chair, I'll show a chair way and then I'll show a block way. Yeah, I'd inhale and come up. I'd place my hands on the chair. I'd step back, and from here, I can bend a little. I can bend a lot. Bend my back knee. I'm going to come up into a crescent. Come back. Step forward. Stand up. All the things. After that, we'll do both sides, and then we'll do a down dog variation. So if you've got a chair or a tabletop that's sturdy, you can use the elevated surface for your down dog. You can use a wall for that matter. If you want to grab your blocks, you can do a similar thing, right? So in that case, one hand for each block. It can be low, medium, or high. I'll show with the high height. We'd inhale, go up, we'd exhale, we'd step back. We're going to go directly to our crescent pose. Take the hands on the blocks, step forward, come up, go to the other side. When we go to the downward facing dog though, if you have your blocks up high, turn them down to no higher than medium. They're more stable that way. Or get rid of them altogether and then come to your down dog. So there's our preview of things to come. I'm going to use blocks for this round. All right, so stand where you're going to stand to start, in front of your chair or wall, or with the blocks outside your feet. Zip up the belly, reach the tailbone down, and connect. Feet root down, connecting to earth below. The crown of the head reaches up, lengthening to sky above. Shoulders release away from the ears. Stand right here, right in the middle of it. Breathe. down. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, fold down, touch your blocks or your chair. Come halfway up, take a breath. Bend your knees, step your left foot back, stay on the ball of the feet. Bend the back knee as you come up to crescent. Take one or several breaths here. Belly zips up. Bring your hands to your chair or block. Rock a little forward and back. Step all the way up. Come halfway up. Fold down low again. And slowly all the way up. Press your feet. Zip up your belly. Reach to the sky. Hands to your heart. We'll start the same way. Root down and circle overhead. Inhale. Exhale. Fold down. Down to your low. Halfway up on an inhale. Right back down low on an exhale. Bend the knees, hands on chair or block. Step the right foot back. Stay on the ball of the foot. Crescent on the other side. Bending the back knee as you come up so that you zip up the belly and keep the pelvis as upright as possible. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in. And when you're ready, place the hands on chair or blocks. Rock a little forward and back. Step all the way up. Come halfway up on an inhale. Fold down low on an exhale. And up we go. Press down to rise up. Hands to your heart. Just like that, we'll repeat each side. Root down, rise up. Inhale. Fold down low on an exhale. Halfway up on an inhale. Bend the knees, keep breathing. Step the left foot back. Stay on the ball of the foot, bend the knee, and crescent pose. If it feels better to keep the knee, to take the knee all the way down to the mat, you can do a low lunge instead. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down. Rock a little forward and back. Step all the way up in little steps or one big step. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down low. We're coming all the way up in between sides. Root down to rise up. Inhale. Hands to the heart. Exhale. Make a circle around you. Inhale. Fold down low on an exhale. Halfway up on an inhale. Continue to breathe. Place your hands on support. Step your right foot back. Ball of the foot. Bend the back knee. Crescent pose. Raise the arms. Zip up the belly the whole time. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Bring the hands down. Rock forward and back. Step forward. Come halfway up on an inhale. Fold down low on an exhale. All the way up we go. Root down. Take your time. Inhale. Hands to the heart. Exhale. Release the arms. Let's separate the feet a little wider and fold forward. So shoulder width or wider if you prefer. Let the knees bend and the head hang. This, of course, you can modify if that much upside down isn't agreeable for your body today. Forearms rest on the thighs. Breathing in, breathing out. Now from this forward bend, we'll bend the knees more and less. We'll bring the torso more upright and less upright. So forearms to the thigh for everybody. If it doesn't feel steady where your feet are right now, consider bringing them in a little bit. So it's wider than chair pose, but not super wide like we do warrior poses out there. Bend the knees, lower the hips, some like a wide-legged version of chair pose, or wider. And then slowly straighten the legs more. As much as you want, the hips go up and the head comes down. And then we come right back in. Take your time, there's no need to rush. Bend the knees, lower the hips, and maybe the hips come down lower this time, more like a deep squat. And then slowly press into the feet, the legs straighten and the head goes down again. One more time. You decide how low to bend. If you're feeling feisty and you want to, bring the hips as way low down into a malasana squat. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then slowly, gently press the floor away, lift the hips, and slowly take your time and start to come up. All the way to standing. Once you're completely upright, circle the arms overhead, inhale, and hands to the heart, exhale. Release the arms. Let's come back down low, and we'll take a low lunge. So you can have blocks handy to bring the floor up a little higher, or to ease with the transition, we'll take the right foot forward and the left leg back. Pad the knee if that feels better for you. And then from here, I'm going to move my blocks out of the way, mainly for the purposes of seeing, but you're welcome to have blocks under one or under the hands if you like. So first, we'll bring the right elbow inside the right shin. And our mission is bring your right elbow as close to your right inner foot as you can, and as close to the mat as you can. Press with your left hand and twist away from the leg. So sometimes we refer to this as an open twist. A lot of our poses in yoga, our twists in yoga are closed twists, if you will. We'll head there next. If you're happy here, stay here. If you would like to, raise your left arm, again in the open twist. If you want to lean your hips forward, your weight forward towards your right foot, you can do that. Unwind. And now we go the closed twist way. Place the right hand on the thigh as we get into position. Left hand on either a block or your mat. And so you can either, I spoke to this on the other side, but maybe it's easier to see on this side. You can either stay with like a 90-degree angle with the shin very vertical and the thigh horizontal, or you can lean your hips forward. The knee will bend more. As long as your knee is happy with this, that's fine. But you might get a little extra, something interesting in the back of the front thigh. So several ways of positioning the legs. They're all okay. Zip up the belly. Turn your chest toward your front bent leg. Breathe while you're here. Raise the top arm if you like. Breathe here. If you want to add to the challenge and tuck the toes under and lift the back knee, you can do that as well. It can be either kind of more of a low stretchy feeling or also a strengthening movement or position. Unwind the arms. Bring your back knee down if it was lifted. Squiggle your front foot forward until the toes lift up. The heel is still down. Your knee may be bent or straight. Check in with your hamstrings on the back of the front leg. Now, if the hamstrings are feeling a lot of stretch, you may already be in the position you need to be in for the hamstring stretch. If you're like, no, I don't really feel this in my hamstrings, then you can squiggle your front foot further forward. You can While zipping up the belly, straighten the leg a bit more. You can lower the chest a bit more toward the straighter leg. Breathe. And this is where if it feels like the floor is far away, you can grab your blocks and lift up on those. See what serves you where you get a nice amount of stretch in the back of the leg. Remember to breathe. Take a couple more breaths. Zip up your belly so you have some nice support there, and then squiggle your foot back in until the shin is vertical. Tuck the toes under on the back leg, raise your back knee. Rock forward and back. Take either one big or several little steps to bring the foot forward. Move your hips around a little here, bend the knees. And let's come up and stand in between sides. Press your feet down. Take your time coming up. We were low for a while. And we'll fold right back down over the legs. Step the right foot back and lower the knee down. Breathe. Now first, since we've got the left foot forward, we're going to bring the left forearm as close to the inner foot as possible. If the elbow touches, great, touch the elbow to your mat. If it doesn't touch, just bring your elbow as close to your ankle and foot as you can. Breathe. You can lean your weight forward, you can drop your hips. Open twist. Maybe the top arm is reaching for the sky. It's not mandatory, it's just something to do. You can place the hand on the hip if the arm reaching up feels like, oh, that's not a good idea today. Take a breath in, breathe out. Lower the arm and we switch sides. Right hand stays on the mat, left hand goes to the thigh. Zip up the belly, get the spine nice and long. It will serve you well here. Now remember, you can either keep the shin vertical, the front shin, or drop the hips a bit and let the knee come more toward your toes than on top of the ankle. Twist as much as your body wants to twist. Raise the top arm if you wish. Tuck the toes under and raise the back knee if you want more of a strength challenge. And unwind. Bring the back knee down. Squiggle the front foot forward. Lift the toes, but leave the heel on the mat. Hug the muscles of the left leg. Hug them in around the bones. And then listen to the back of the thigh. Listen to your hamstring on that leg. Are you already in a position where it's getting a lot of stretch? Great, stay there. If it's getting too much stretch, maybe grab your blocks or a chair or some support and get up a little higher or bend the knee a bit more. If you're not feeling much stretch at all, then get a little lower, straighten the leg a bit more. Find a spot where there's a moderate amount of stretch in the back of the thigh and you can still breathe. Inhaling. Exhaling. Very gently. I'll take another couple more breaths. You can be gentle with it, but stay right there for a couple more breaths. And squiggle the foot back in. Tuck the toes under, raise the back knee. Step forward. Now you can choose to sit down from here, or if you want a little sun salutation feeling, you can come up and stand in between. Inhale and exhale, hands to the heart. When you're ready, you will sit. And I know we all know different ways of stretching the hips. This is one we don't do as often, so we're going to add it into our mix today. Sometimes this is called Agni Stambhasana or fire log pose. It's sitting with the legs crossed, but instead of having them crossed sort of like an X, which is the way our shins kind of normally land, we're literally stacking them one on top of the other. So I'm going to put leg number 1 down, and I'm aiming to roughly have the shin like in the same position as like the front of my mat, right? It's across as opposed to at a diagonal angle to the rest of me. And then I'm going to take the other leg and I will put my ankle on top of my other knee or thigh near the knee, so that I have an imaginary plumb line. Now my hips are tight, that's why this top knee is way up high. But I've got an imaginary plumb line from this top knee to the ankle that's below it, and then another plumb line, more directly connected though, from this top ankle to the knee that's below it. Ankle above knee, knee above ankle. And now I'm breathing. Now if this is just misery for you, you can do thread the needle lying down. If this feels somewhat manageable, start to come forward and see, oh, what is this like? What is this new torture? Let's find out. Breathe and listen and check it out. And so you might find, okay, there's an edge here I can work with. If the whole thing is like nope, 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 and nope, lie on your back and do your favorite hip stretch lying on your back. Whatever you choose, breathe. Deep breath, relax the shoulders, the neck, and the jaw. Few more breaths right here. Play your edge. It's getting a little too comfortable. Lean in a touch more. It's getting a little too much. Back off a touch. Breathe in, breathe out. When you're ready, ease yourself back out of that side. If you're in the Agni Stambhasana variation, you'll unstack the legs and then stack them the other way. Bottom shin again, more or less parallel the shin bone with the front of your mat. Ankle over knee, knee above ankle. Breathe here. And I'm really letting the foot go to the edge of the thigh. I'm not trying to put my heel on the thigh. Lean forward here or find your favorite other hip stretch. And for me, this side, ay, 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 ay. So keep breathing. If this is your ay, ay, ay side, maybe take a few deep breaths. Take your time with it. No need to force. What's it like on this side? If you notice it feels different, what is it like right now? And what is it like if you take your time with the breath? this side what it needs as you work with it. When you're ready, slowly ease out of the hip stretch. Everybody come onto your back. And as you do, move the thigh bones in the hip joint. Circle the knees around every which way. And take happy baby. Deep breaths and happy baby. Easy with the neck. Rock the head if you like. Rock the body if you like. And release that. And take a moment for something your body would appreciate. Maybe a last twist. Maybe a supported bridge pose. For those who have a halasana practice or plow, you can add that. Something that your body is a bit familiar with, movement-wise, and something that feels very welcome by your body right now. Deep breath in and out. If the pose you're in has two sides or two parts, start making your way to the second part. When you're ready, you might take one last hug of the body into center. Squeeze into a ball if that suits you today. And then take your time and stretch out. Deep breath in. Through the mouth, let it go. One more deep breath in. Through the mouth, let it go. Let yourself be comfortable if that star shape we were in or something star inspired feels good to you. Feel the support of the earth below, open to sky above, connecting earth and sky. Breathing. Allowing the breath to flow through the body like a gentle breeze. Start deepening the breath. And from the poet David Whyte, the face in the stone is a mirror looking into you. You have gazed into the moving waters, You have seen the slow light in the sky above Lochenek. Beneath you, streams have flowed and rivers of earth have moved beneath your feet. But you have never looked into the immovability of stone like this. The way it holds you gives you not a way forward but a doorway in, staunches your need to leave, becomes faithful by going nowhere, something that wants you to stay here and look back, be weathered by what comes to you, like the way you too have traveled from so far away to be here, once reluctant and now as solid and as here and as willing to be touched as everything you have found. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Gently start to move and stretch. Reawaken the body. Reach out, take up space, and curl in and get compact. When you're ready, draw the knees in, rock over to one side. And press up to seated. And slowly make your way to an upright position. Bring your palms together. May you be protected from inner and outer harm. May you be truly joyful. May you find peace from within. And thank you so much for being here. Namaste.